Welcome to Dish by RMU Culinary, a weekly installment where we show you delicious food. I'm Chef Rachel with the Institute of Culinary Arts at Robert Morris University in downtown Chicago. This week on Dish, I'm going to show you how to make almond clusters. This is a really simple recipe. You only really need 2 ingredients for it. So what I have on the stove top, I already have some chocolate that I've been melting down. You can get chocolate that's pre-tempered. So basically, if you temper chocolate, you're getting it to the correct temperature where the sugar crystals will realign and you won't cause any blemishes on top. So sometimes you see the white streaks on top of chocolates, and that's when the chocolate was brought to the wrong temperature as you're working with it. So this has already been melted, it's already able to work with. And then I also have a bowl of toasted almonds, just to give it a little bit more flavor. We toasted it for a few minutes. This does work a little bit better if your almonds are still slightly warm, just because it'll allow the chocolate to be warm as it coats the almonds. So what I'm going to do is just pour a little bit of our chocolate onto the almonds. I have some extra in here because I'm going to go back through and re-dip them once they set, but I just want a real light coating on here. And I want to make sure all the almonds have enough chocolate on it so that they'll stick together, not necessarily that they have to look really pretty or completely covered all the way. Now for this next step, you can use a portion scoop if it's easier for you, you want something a little bit more precise. If you trust your eyeballing abilities, you're able to take this and just portion it into small clusters. So for this, I just take a little handful. And when I put it down on the tray, I want to make sure it doesn't spread too much and have a lot of wings. So there's a couple spots on this one. I'm just going to pull it back in. Because what's going to happen is once this sets a little bit with the chocolate, we are going to go through and dip it one more time so there's a really nice chocolate outer shell. But you can go through and make these as large or small as you want to. My only suggestion is not to make them really tall because it gets really hard to bite through the cluster of almonds. So you don't want to have it really tall or really kind of spread out. So you can keep going through, divide out your clusters. And I actually have a few that I've already made, so I'll show you the final steps of dipping it before we dish up our plates. So you can continue going through, make your clusters. They'll take a few minutes to set. If you really need to, or you're in a little bit of a rush, you can go through and put them in the refrigerator just for a couple minutes so you see the chocolate sets up a little bit more. At this point, you're able to pick up the chocolate cluster all the way. It's okay if you have some loose ends that come off of it. Something's bound to break off as you're working with everything. So our final step on this is going to take the little bit of extra melted chocolate that you have, and you are going to take your almond cluster and just very gently dip it in there. You want to kind of roll it around just a hair so you get all of those nooks and crannies covered with chocolate over the top. If you need to, you can shake it off a little bit, get any of the excess chocolate, otherwise it'll just pool and stick to the almond cluster. But again, you'll go through and do this as you continuously cover your almond clusters. It will start to set up, so once they set, they're good to go. So I'll show you one more of these dips. Kind of shake off any excess that you need. But this is a very quick and easy thing if you need anything for the holidays or for an easy kind of dessert to have. This is a great option for you. So all you have to do to plate it up is put it onto a tray. And these are your almond clusters. For more information about Robert Morris or to find the recipes about Dish, visit robertmorris.edu/dish and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next week.